Welcome back to Live with RX Muscles Iron Road to the Olympia, brought to you by SciTech Nutrition. Visit SciTechNutrition.com. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today's guest, all the way from Bahrain, he is the Blacksmith, Sami AL Haddad. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, Dave? How you doing?
You know, I never asked you. I think I did ask you. I just don't remember. How did you get the nickname the Blacksmith again?
Was the first job done was and when I was under the PDI. You remember Wade D'Amelia? He was doing that show.
Right.
Me and Lee Priest. It was Night of the Champion. I remember I came to New York, and there's one drifter, or drunk man. He was waiting outside the gate, and he was looking at my poster outside, and he was like, "What's your name?" I said, "My name is Sami AL Haddad," and he couldn't pronounce the Al Haddad properly. And he said, "What's that mean?" I told him, like, my grandfather working on in the irons, but at that time I don't know the word blacksmith. What does that mean? And he said, "Yeah, you the blacksmith." I said, "No, I'm Sami AL Haddad." And he kept saying, "No, you Sami the blacksmith." So, and that thing stuck since then, when I knew what that mean. And now I have a company under that name. I have a supplement under the name. I have a coffee shop under that name, a clothing line under that name.
I like it because it's original. Everyone has, like, flex or iron this or iron that. You're like the blacksmith, which really implies, working with iron anyway. But I think it's a very original name. That's for certain.
That's right.
Now, you've been around this game a long time now. You probably have won the World Championships, Mr. Universe title more times than anyone else out there. How many has it been? Because I remember back in the 2000s, you were winning it every single year.
Actually, I won the World Championship 3 times, and I got the overall 1 time, and I got the overall at the first Olympia amateur ever, and I got the overall at the Asian Championship. So I've been there for a long time. I mean, now I'm about 25 years competing.
Yeah, and what a lot of people don't realize is that the reason why you won the World Amateur Championship so many times is because back in the day, the Middle Eastern countries, and I think even to this day they still do this, they encourage you to remain an amateur, and they actually pay you to be an amateur, correct?
Dave, if I haven't done what I have done at the past, I wouldn't own all these cars, the house, the gym, and everything. Explain.
When you won the World Championships, what would your country give you as a gift?
Every time I keep repeating it, I keep getting something. So one time I got a car, and the car was, forget about the villa that I got. I got the villa, which is, it's a traditional thing that we get if you get a golden medal in the world class. But when I won back-to-back Muzzolani and Buddy Power, I came back home, and about 10 days or a week, I got a call from the son of the king, and exactly like that, the messenger said, "Sami, don't get me wrong, and don't translate it wrong and put me in trouble." I said, "Okay." He said, "There is an order from His Majesty." He said, "You go to the Lexus agent's cars and pick any Lexus you want."
Oh my God.
I said, "Okay." He said, No. Pick any Lexus. Don't say I told you pick this or that. Any Lexus you want. And guess what? The time I walked up in that showroom, I said, "Which one the most expensive Lexus over here?"
What'd you get?
Actually, I got, it was between the 460, the Saloon, and the 470S, the Jeep. And I took the Jeep, which is, I didn't even move it from there. I sold it at the same time with $100,000.
Oh my God! You're a real businessman. So you didn't even take the Jeep. You said, "Man, screw it, I'll take the money for it."
I got enough toys in my garage. I don't need another car. I need a cash. I need green. I need Benjamin.
You're smart. Now, how many cars have you won over the years?
Total 3, villa, and my gym now with the land, and so I'm doing good.
Hold on. They gave you the land for your gym?
Yep.
Wow. Man, no wonder why you don't leave there. People are always like, "How come Sami AL Haddad doesn't move to the United States?" I'm like, why would he? He's got houses there. He's got cars over there. I wouldn't leave either.
Dave, it's enough that I'm not paying a dime for a tax. If I own all over that, I would be ending up paying a lot.
So you didn't pay any taxes on that either?
No, we don't pay taxes over there.
What? Man, I'm living in the wrong country. Forget moving to Florida,
I
Johnny.
mean,
We got to move to
there,
Bahrain.
I think for 15 or 20 years, you've been in Dubai. You've seen the life over there.
Yeah, it is really good. Believe me, if I didn't have family here, I'd probably move over there because that's crazy. So if you're a citizen of Bahrain, you don't pay taxes.
Nope.
Just the business people who come there to do business pay taxes, correct?
Well, even the taxes that you're talking about, it's a peanut. I mean,
really?
It wouldn't even bother you.
That's crazy. Well, let's actually talk some bodybuilding now because you got the Olympia coming up this week, and you got some heavy hitters to go up against. Flex Lewis, Jose Raymond. We got David Henry, right? Johnny's feeding me notes. I blanked out all of a sudden. The point I'm making is that this is one of the most stacked lineups, guys, sister, that they have had in a very long time. Flex Lewis seems to be firing on all cylinders. How is Sami the Blacksmith going to stack up against this lineup?
Well, I've been frank always in my speech or in my interviews, and I'll be this in short and brief. So, with all the respect to the athletes, and they know the athletes, how much I have respect for them. But when it comes to stage, I said it once, and it's upset some people. I'm not going to mention names. We were in press conference, and I said Flex is untouchable at that time. And one of the athletes took me aside, and he said, why would you say that? I mean, we don't say that. I mean, he's untouchable. I said, maybe you don't want to see, or hear the truth. But Flex, at that time, at that level that I met him, he is untouchable, and he deserved to hear that he's untouchable. So I would say the kid is hungry, and he is behind our success, behind our improvement now, is a Flex Lewis. And I made Flex bleed twice or once. I've been next to him, and I was placing second with honor, actually. I was honored to place second. And I told him, when you do a mistake, I'll take you down. And he said, do I look like a guy doing a mistake? I said, nope. And I told the guys, you are number one. But and you are a human, if you do a mistake, I'll take you down. At this show, this scenario will come again, and I say I might make Flex bleed. And the guys which is going to be taking down on my list, Jose Raymond, remember that, David Henry, Eduardo Correa, Heide Yamagashi. Guy says, Ternino, he's talking too much this time. He become a good motivational speaker. I respect him. But unfortunately, he is in my shooting range, and he's going down too. So these names, I beat them before, and I can beat them now with what I'm bringing. Some people, talk is cheap till we step on stage, and we hit the first call out. So Flex, I admire him. We both, the only guys in the industry doing business, and we have family, and we're doing good bodybuilding. I've been away last year because taking care of my father, he was sick. Till he passed away, I did my job as a son, and I just been able to do only one show. Then after that, I opened my gym, and then now my brand, and I am free to bring a good damage. They underestimate me at the New York Pro, and I almost took David Henry, the first pro show I've done. So this show, it will make people say Sami is a 43 years old, and he shake the stage.
Sami, your physique reminds me a lot of Darren Charles. You have a lot of detail. You probably have the smallest waist in the entire 212 division. Do you think that they should be judging more for aesthetics? Are the guys getting too big is what I'm asking.
Now I think they do look at the statics. That's why, Sean Roden, Dexter Jackson, these guys placing much higher now. Dexter almost took Phil Heath down if he just come little off, and Dexter he don't weigh even half of Phil Heath body weight, but the guy is static and comes full round and in shape. So I hope they focus on the static physique and more balance, of course, fullness and size in there, but not that blocky waist, having a lot of viscosity, but you don't have a deep cut lines. So I think the judging getting better for me. I love it. Does
Hide Yamagishi winning the Arnold Classic, does that bode well for you, obviously, because they did it seemed like they went for a more streamlined look rather than Jose Raymond, who obviously packs a ton more muscle and is to me, in my mind, is
Yes.
more complete.
Now the freakish won't serve you a lot. I mean, you need to bring back to the, to bodybuilding the beauty, the pleasant when you sit and watch the show.
Who's the most dangerous guy in the 212? Putting aside Flex Lewis, does David Henry scare you? Because he's got a very aesthetic physique similar to yours.
Apart of Flex, keeping Flex ahead. After I'm done my fight with these gangs, I would be one-on-one with Flex. But me, David, I guess Jose, I doubt it because he didn't hit his 100% yet because of the surgery, honeymoon, and being busy. That's comes with the territory of changing your life to getting engaged. But he didn't come. I'm gonna, maybe he will look good, but the guys, like he said, Guy will not beat him, and Guy said he will beat Jose. I might put my money on Guy, and Guy can take Jose Raymond. Me, David, and Eduardo will have a good battle, and the guy which is gonna stand up on this battle, gonna fight Flex on the final.
So you're pretty sure you're gonna take out Jose at this show, and
oh yes, trust me. What you're gonna see, what you're gonna witness, what I'm gonna bring is not underestimating Jose. Jose is Jose. I took him down. He took me down more than the times I took him. But what I'm bringing and what he went through, gonna put him in predicament. But there is one thing I don't want to get drifted with the talk. There is one underdog, which is Ahmed Ashkenani. Don't even forget about this kid. This kid can flip the whole show upside down. He won't be able to touch Flex. I won't be able to touch Flex. Let's be frank. But his first Olympia can flip a lot of things.
Yeah. Now, you're out in Bahrain, obviously. You're not in Kuwait, but in Kuwait, obviously, there's a lot of magic happening out there at the Oxygen Gym out there. What do you think it is that's making these guys crank out such great bodybuilders there, as opposed to in other regions of the world?
Well, you brought that right, Dave, and I was trying to avoid not to talk about it, but as long as you opened it, let's talk frankly. And I saw this happening. And I couldn't say anything because nobody called me on that show. Dennis James, he is the reason behind bodybuilding going to the next level in bodybuilding. In GCC. The guy who started bringing the athletes to GCC. The guy who started guest posing in GCC. The guy who brought the knowledge of bodybuilding to the GCC. I was really annoyed to see him going through what he'd been through. Nothing harm him, nothing, but it's when somebody being ungrateful or somebody forget what you've done, even if he's your enemy, show some respect to him at least.
So you're saying Dennis James taught the Oxygen Gym crew all their knowledge, and then they kind of got rid of him. Is that what you're suggesting? I will have no comments mentioning any name, but I was clear. Without Dennis James, the sport wouldn't go to the next level in GCC, and it's not even one country. He started in Bahrain, by the way. Oh, he did? I didn't know that. So Dennis came to Bahrain first?
The guy, as long as you pay him up front, the guy, as long you meet your word with him, as long you respect him, as long you don't stab him at the back, he would give you 110%.
Okay. Do you work with Dennis?
No, I haven't been in touch with him maybe a year now.
Okay. So you're saying Dennis got a bad rap on this whole thing, that he actually brought a lot of knowledge to the region and to that gym over there in Kuwait. And all the pros, most of the pros who came to GCC, they came through Dennis, and they trusted Dennis. Dennis who arranged that, actually. Right. Okay. Well, they have a different story. Their story is different. That they didn't. No,
I don't know what
they said. Rami looked like that before Dennis got there.
What I'm saying is what I witnessed and what I saw by my eyes and how it started from the zero.
Okay. So now, why did let's assume?
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Dave. I can give you an apple, and I brought you the apple from the garden. You can make a juice, you can make cocktail, whatever
Right,
it is.
right.
But Dennis, he started the thing.
I got you.
How they start modifying it, how they start improving the programs, how they starting spending more money on the athletes. But the guy who opened the door is Dennis James.
All right. Well, that's good. I like to give credit where credit is due, and Dennis obviously did bring something to that region, and I'm glad you're acknowledging him. Now, what do you think is doing it now? Because is it the environment there that's very conducive to lifting? I mean, they're very obviously focused on cranking out, hardcore bodybuilders, whereas most gyms don't give a crap about bodybuilding. Is it that environment that they're in? Is it some people think they're putting something in the food? What?
It's not.
What is
It's not only the environment. It's Abdullah Al-Ataibi and Ahmed Askar. The guys been, I cannot, because they are not champions, because you don't have to be a champion to be a successful trainer.
Right.
But what happens, I read a book in Arabic, in English says leader by chance. I mean, you can be a leader by putting yourself in a position not yours, and then you will force yourself to study all the strategy and how to be a leader or a general or whatever. So these guys been in a position that they got everything. All they have to do is to study, to try, to put all the efforts in the field, and they did, and they doing pretty good. But actually really good. Especially, Ahmed Askar, he did very good with his athletes. You cannot deny his work, either with a professional or amateur. Abdullah as well, but Abdullah is backing up a little bit in the scene. Ahmed Askar is taking over now completely. You can see him that he is the guy behind the athletes. They didn't create a champion. They didn't create a professional. Rolly or Nathan, these guys are already there. It's just they need the final, tune up, the final shining on the stage before you spoil it. Like, look at Rolly. Rolly is good, but he missed, the midsection and stuff like that. They just, clear it up. And it takes a lot to find all these keys. Somehow, Ahmed got that Askar, and I give him the credit for that.
And they're training these guys in the gym every single day. That the only guy who does that is Charles Glass out in Venice. Aside from that, there's no one really training guys in the gym like they do over there.
Well, when you get paid well and you love what you do, you would do anything. But if you look at oxygen facilities, you would be a champion by looking at the equipment.
Now, you have a gym, Sami, under the Blacksmith name, and you have a clothing line, a coffee shop, a supplement store. You got a new nutrition line called Forged. You're the entrepreneur of entrepreneurs. What kind of a gym are you running over there? Is it a hardcore gym or is it more of a health club?
No. My gym is almost one of the best gym in my country. It's the best gym actually in my country, and it's combined the 6-star hotel with a hardcore at the same time. I took some ideas from everywhere, even oxygen, because it's not. There is no shame to take some ideas from even your competitors. So they have a lot of ideas. So I use them and I apply it in my gym. And when it comes to the spa or the showers area, you just feel like you are going to the Caesar Hotel.
Nice.
And my target was it's a middle-high society, which is the heavy spender. Believe it or not, within a year we closed a $1 million income for $1 million.
That's amazing.
So, and I just started the business. Some other businesses took them long time to establish the members target. For me, I hit the target and I'm moving now.
How many members you got?
How many?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
How many members do you have at the gym?
We reached 900, and my target was 600. Now it's 900 within a year.
Great.
1,000, we start slowing down taking people.
Yeah, because you don't have enough room then. Now, do you guys let women train at this gym, or is it just men?
Yes, in my gym, it's a mixed gym, and when you get in, you would think that you are not even in GCC country. It's open-minded, and you would see everything. Girls in the leggings, girls showing G-string.
Wow. That's amazing.
No, it's not really like that, but it's really open, and it's not the others that thinking the the camel thing.
Yeah, it's not the camel crew. Now, it's interesting because, there is a lot of opportunities. There weren't a lot of great gyms in your country. You kind of brought a state-of-the-art facility there. Obviously, people are, there are people with money there. They want to be at that gym and they're paying for it. And I think you're doing a great thing. It's like you're a pioneer in a sense. Is it difficult, trying to introduce, Western culture to what's going on in Bahrain there? In other words, the supplements, which they never had before.
The good thing is Bahrain is the best station for the military and Navy. When they finish any deployment, they come to Bahrain and then they get back to the state, because that's the only spot or transit that they feel it's a bit closer to the state, because everything in there, nightclubs, nightlife, and the population is well educated. We don't have this hostile life. I mean, everywhere there is a bad guys, everywhere there's a good guys, but
Sure.
It's really open. And now we have this trading agreement with the United States that there is no tax, no problems. I can trade everything from the state without paying anything.
That's amazing. That's fantastic, actually. Now, Sami, if you had to compare Bahrain to Dubai, what's the main difference?
Dubai is a chaos. It has everything, but it's a chaos. It's not arranged. I mean, you just see everything in one place.
Right. So it's all jammed in.
Bahrain is a city in Dubai. I mean, the size-wise. But everything well managed, organized, and you can finish anything in an electronic process while you're sitting at home. Even in Dubai, there is the electronic government, but there is a lot of the stuff going on over there.
Yeah, it's chaotic over there, right?
Yeah.
Do you see Bahrain coming up in popularity over the next couple of years in terms of a place to go visit and hang out?
Oh yes, already it is. I mean, and now Bahrain. I mean, in GCC they're going to unite the currency. They are almost approving it, and there is a bridge going to be connecting all the countries together. So there's a big improvement in the future.
Well, sounds great. It sounds like you're ready for the Olympia. It sounds like you're mentally very strong, and I think that's important, obviously, going into this Olympia, to be strong, because you know what? The weak-minded competitors always do terrible at the Olympia level.
All I can say that you're going to see the best version of Sami. It's not just a talk that because I'm excited. You know me. I never came off. I always come in condition, but this time I'm coming conditioned with filling all the weaknesses. Mentally, I am very good because I have everything I wanted. I secured everything. I got collection of cars. I have a nice gym. I have a nice company. I have a family. I have a house, and I have everything. I don't have to do bodybuilding to earn my living anymore.
Right. So what you're saying is you don't have anything hanging over your head, so you can kind of put 100% into this prep and bring your best. No excuses, nothing left on the table. And to me, that's a very dangerous Sami Al Haddad.
You will see. You will see. I always back up what I say. And since I started the pro journey, I never got out of top 3 except at the Olympia. Right. But this time, I will prove you that I belong to top 3.
All right. Well, Sami, we're looking forward to seeing you up on stage this Friday and up on the main stage this year, which is a great thing. They moved the 212s up to the Orleans Arena, and it'll be good to shake your hand and see you. I haven't seen you in a couple of years.
Yep. I really appreciate that, Dave, and we go way back, and you're always backing me up. And what I like in your show, and I like in you, that you are straightforward. I mean, if it's something bad, you would say it in front of my face, and I respect that.
Well, good luck. Have a safe flight over to Las Vegas, and we'll see you at the Olympia.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, and that will take us to the end of another episode of Live with RX Muscles Iron Road to the Olympia, brought to you by SciTech Nutrition. Visit SciTechNutrition.com. I'm Dave Palumbo. We'll see you next time.